You guys can hear me, right? Okay. I noticed that my volume was like all the way low. All right, we're good. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. I have some slides. All right, so we're here to talk all things coaching, which is so exciting. I love talking about this. I'm an open book. If there's literally anything that you could want to know, whether you're watching this now or the recording after, please don't hesitate to ask anything. You should ask questions, and I'm certainly here to answer whatever I can or find the answer for you. So a couple of questions before we get started. If you could have more freedom in terms of time or finances, would you want that? Have you ever recommended a restaurant, a book, a TV show, a movie to a friend or somebody that you work with? And then finally, have you ever in your life posted anything on social media, whether it's your pumpkin spice latte, something for Christmas, anything, a meme, whatever? Have you ever posted anything? And if you've said yes to any of those questions, and most people I feel like are all three, then this is totally for you. And this is totally something that you can do and enjoy. So a little bit about me before we get started. My name is Megan, obviously. I've been doing this for, my God, it's going to be going on 7 years, which is insane. I kind of fell into coaching by accident. And what I mean by that is I met my coach at the gym. A program was coming out back when we did DVDs. He told me to join and said, if you sign up as a coach, you get a discount. I had no idea what that meant. I knew nothing about Beachbody. I knew nothing about network marketing. Nobody had ever invited me to a network marketing company before. I just said yes. I'm like, okay, like save money, score. Like I'm in, count me in. He added me to a Facebook group at the time, which I probably would have said no to if he had asked my permission. And it really wasn't until I started seeing what coaching actually was and started seeing people like me, other nurses, just other people that were my age, that were making something of this. And I just got interested and intrigued. And then finally I saw one post, and it was another nurse that had paid off $72,000 in student loan debt. She was retiring from nursing at the age of like 27 at the time. And I'm like, if she can do that, then I can at least get my stuff paid for, right? And the rest is history. So I've been doing Beachbody coaching through working full-time as a nurse, day shift, night shift, 12-hour shifts, longer than 12-hour shifts. I've done this through infertility treatments. I've done this through 2 pregnancies, and now kind of just being a work from home mom, managing my business and raising my kids and all of the craziness that happens in between. So I've done this through multiple life phases over the past almost 7 years, and it's the best thing on the face of the earth. I'm married, I live in New Jersey, and this is the most rewarding and gratifying work that I've ever done. And it's crazy to think that in just 1 year of me doing this as a hobby, I was able to decrease my work from full-time to part-time. And then I just gradually phased my nursing job out. And that was never even the plan. But as I saw what was possible, I began to just dream a little bit more. And I went from, okay, well, if I can get my Shakeology paid for, then maybe I won't have to work overtime anymore. And then I was like, well, maybe I can, go part-time and then never have to work Christmas again, and then weekends. And then slowly but surely, I ended up going per diem in my 3rd year. And when the pandemic hit, I was like, you know what? I'm going to choose to take a step back and just do coaching. And here I am. And speaking of which, now that I've started to talk about income and whatnot, at the bottom, you'll see our income disclaimer. So I'm going to talk about income throughout this presentation. Everything is a hypothetical. There's variables, right? Like nothing is guaranteed. This is not a get rich quick thing. And there's a couple of things that I can tell you, this will happen if you do this, like A plus B equals C, but I will be giving some hypothetical, just like my results in terms of what I was able to personally do. In case anybody is unaware of what Beachbody is and you just kind of landed here or ended up here, you should know a little bit about the company too. So Beachbody has been around for a really long time, 1998. I was in, I'm not even gonna say what grade I was in, but it's been around for a long time. And coaching began in 2007. So the company was successful, but they found through just experience that they were doing so well when people were helping others and inspiring others and working in these groups. And that's really how coaching started to take off. So this has been around for a really long time. There are still plenty of founding coaches around that have been doing this for, quite a bit. And it's great. Like, I almost wish, like, if I can just build a time machine and go back in 2007 and like slap myself upside the head and like do this, that'd probably be the first thing that I did if I had a time machine. But really cool. I joined in 2014 as a customer when Insanity Max 30 released. And then shortly after that, I was kind of able to be a part of what I thought would be the biggest innovation ever, which was Beachbody On Demand. So if you're not familiar, that's basically like our Netflix-ish subscription where all of our workout programs, nutrition courses, cooking shows, where all of our content is. And I thought that was like the coolest thing since sliced bread. Like, how cool is this? And then 2021 comes and like everything is just blowing up. So we are now currently publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange, which is really exciting. And to me, I don't know anything about stocks, so don't ask me. But for me, it's just more credibility, more visibility, more transparency, more capital, more talent, more resources, and just more opportunity for the company to expand, to grow, to just further improve literally everything. And then we have a lot of fun things because of that. So we did kind of merge with OpenFit, which is different, and not something that we're currently like doing or using, but we did take on Mix Fitness, which is the cycling bike that you see behind me. And it's just, I used to do spin classes at the gym, and this is like the coolest thing ever. And I love being able to do this in my own home. And now we have Bod Interactive, which is like Beachbody On Demand. It's kind of like a little like drop down, if you will, or section within, but they're all live and interactive workouts, like all day, every day. So many new trainers, so much more content. And it really sets us apart from anything that's being done globally because the workouts are live and they're interactive. So you can actually interact with the trainer, which, I mean, you just obviously push so much harder than you would had you not been up there. This is an option. Like, you don't have to do it this way. Like, a lot of times I just do the recorded classes in the morning. But the trainer can actually encourage you, call you out, correct your form, which is it just takes things up to a completely new level. So just in case anybody didn't know. So this is everything that a coach is not. If you're one of these things, you certainly can be, and that's great. We have so many different coaches that are personal trainers. They are registered dietitians, registered nurses, teachers. You can be anything, but you don't have to be any of these things, if that makes sense. I know the word coach typically tends to scare a lot of people because we automatically just revert back to high school or college where we had that like expert, buff, super fit, like coach that knew everything that like ran us into the ground. Like, if you just erase the word coach and just placed like mentor or supporter or helper in place of it, this would just feel a lot different. You do not have to be at your goal. You don't have to have a transformation. When I started, I was a hot mess. I was like 30 pounds overweight. I was super pessimistic. I was the nurse that was literally grabbing all the muffins in the nurse's station. You do not have to have it figured out. And I'll get into what coaches actually do. But I personally think that coaches that have the longest way to go sometimes make the best coaches because you really do evolve as a person throughout that process. And you inspire people to take that own personal journey themselves. You're more relatable, you're more approachable, and you really do kind of become your own underdog in your own story. It's a really cool thing. And I will also say, you do not have to have a big following on social media. And depending on whether you follow me or somebody who invited you here, I can promise you, and I have pictures saved, all of our social medias were most likely atrocious when we started. I know mine was. So we teach you all of that stuff. Okay, so this is what we do as coaches. So in a nutshell, when you're joining, you're committing to you. You are your biggest priority. And I don't know many other jobs that want you to improve your quality of life, have fun, meet friends, and just have a great time. So you're focusing on your fitness, your nutrition, your mindset. You certainly do not have to be perfect, but how fun is it that we get to work on those things? And like, that's the bread and butter of our job in a way. We share that journey. And remember how I was saying that if you have a long way to go, that's really helpful. Sharing that day one decision and taking people along for the ride, step by step, the good, the bad, the ugly, not as an expert, not as someone who's perfect, not like a trainer, just as a regular human being who's simply trying to do something for themselves. You doing that is going to attract and inspire other people. With that, you'll be having conversations, building relationships, building trust, sharing value. None of this hey girl nonsense. No sending copy and paste scripts. No attacking, bothering, harassing friends and family. Like, this is real work. Like, you're building trust, connections, relationships. We're teaching you how to do all of this, of course, and really helping you be a valuable resource online. And whether that's education, tips, recipes, entertainment, humor, it doesn't matter. You are going to be a valuable person online that people want to come to. And that's a big difference between this and maybe some of the other things that maybe you've experienced or heard or seen in the past. But you're truly inspiring other people to live their best life as you are every day with Beachbody. Okay, so let's talk about some of the perks. We'll get into income. This is all amazing stuff. So one of my favorite things about this that I had, again, no idea, the opportunity to travel and earn incentives. So if we can just forget that the pandemic happened and what like normal, we're getting back to normal now. We just had our first event last month, thank God. We have vacations that literally anybody can earn for helping like 3 people a month. It's not hard. I earned my first vacation in 6 months of being a coach as a hobby, working full time. You could do this too. We go to different locations. We've done cruises. There's been Disney, there's been Vegas, there's been Punta Cana, Mexico, all different places. And it's an all-inclusive trip that you can not only go to, but you can bring your spouse, kids. I know some people that like they earn the trip in their account and then their spouse's account, and then they have a babysitter or their parents come and then they do like a whole family thing. It really is awesome. Another perk, getting into the best shape of your life. You guys, I spent like decades trying to be in shape. And this is after having one of my babies, but I was 30 pounds overweight when I joined prior to having kids. I was that overweight. This is the only thing that has worked. And who would have ever thought that I would look like that after children? It's insane. So you will get into the best shape of your life. These programs are guaranteed to work. And if you're brand new to Beachbody, there's a 30-day money back guarantee. So you can change your mind for literally any reason, get all of your money back. There's no risk. There's nothing to lose, but you will get in really good shape. It happens. Okay. And then finally, the potential to earn a supplemental or full-time income. The harder you work, the more you earn. It's completely up to you. When I joined, like I mentioned, I really didn't even know what I was doing. I didn't really have any goals, but it was really cool to earn like $32 from helping somebody with Shakeology. It was really cool when I was earning 50 to 100 and then, I don't have to pay for my Shakeology anymore. Like, hey, I'm earning a couple bucks. Like, and then I just started to just want more and more and more. And that's really how things took off for me. But there's plenty of people that see this opportunity and they're like, oh my God, I just lost my job. I don't like my job. I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I want to run. I want to make 6 figures. How do I do that? We can help you do that too. So whatever you want to do, there's no like minimum or rules or quotas or anything like that. You just do what you want to do, which is really cool. Okay, so how do we earn an income? So this is going to be very different from your traditional employee type pay, where it's hours worked times a wage equals your paycheck. We can earn money a lot of different ways, which is really cool. And you start earning money immediately. You don't have to do a certain amount of anything in order to get paid. You help somebody tomorrow with one thing or a shirt or this or that, you get paid that following week, which is really cool. So to keep things simple, we earn a commission on things that we help members with. So if I set somebody up with a total solution pack, I know that I'm going to be earning about $50 commission on that pack. We also earn commissions on all of our subscriptions, and we just actually added an entirely new revenue stream, which is that Bot Interactive platform. So really cool opportunity to earn commission residually. Team cycle bonuses happen when you start growing a team. So you have your members, and then as you bring on either VIP members or called preferred customers or coaches, you're going to be earning a different type of compensation from that, which over time will end up being the bulk of your income. And again, I have it in like the middle to end, the residual passive income. That's the amazing part of this business, because it's not like, let's just say, selling somebody a candle and then, I don't know, they don't buy another candle for, I don't know, another year when Christmas rolls around, or like Girl Scout cookies or nail polish or whatever it might be. When we're talking about health and fitness, like, I've been subscribed to Beachbody On Demand ever since it existed, right? Same thing with Bot Interactive. I'll always be subscribed to that. I drink my Shakeology every single month. Like, people are on these products for months, years. It's passive residual income. And as you grow a team and your team is helping people and they're helping people and they're helping people, you're compensated for all of that because you're the initial person that inspired that trickle effect, which is really cool. We have matching bonuses. So depending on what your rank is, you're earning a percentage of what your coaches are doing, which is really cool. And then we have quarterly bonuses. So Beachbody takes all of the profits, or I think it's 2% of the profits every quarter. They divide those into 4. And then based on what your rank is, those bonuses get distributed. And that's for 2 to 15 star diamond coaches. Those bonuses range from $700, $800. And I've seen the top bonus upwards of $50,000. So there's a lot of income to be had with this business, and it's all real. It's 100% all real. Trips and retreats. I kind of mentioned that one annual trip that anybody can earn. As you grow, you can get rewarded with like leadership retreats. So we have a new leader conference for coaches that are hitting 1-star diamond. It was in Vegas. No, it was in LA for a really long time. Now it's in Vegas. That's going to be in January of this year. And then every year in October, we have our leadership retreat where they take the top coaches to, it's been Arizona for the past couple of years. So lots of opportunities within the company to travel. And there's other things too. I personally love hosting events. We do like to do quarterly events, beach days and things for people that are local. And what was the other thing I was going to mention? And I love doing retreats too. Before the pandemic hit, I took some of our top leaders to Captiva, Florida, had the time of our lives. So we love to travel. We love to do things. And regardless of whether you live in Canada, the US, the UK, there are people in the Beachbody community that are there doing events that you can be a part of. And that's how I got started. My coach, at the time when I joined anyway, we weren't friends. We didn't have a whole lot in common. He's actually like 15 years older than me. So, and his whole team was from Florida. So if you've ever seen like pictures and you're like, oh, like, I don't live there, like it doesn't matter. You're going to create your own team of your own like-minded people, and you're going to create your own thing wherever you are. And then we all come together every year anyway. And then there's gifts, there's prizes. I don't know, like they gave us Theraguns one year, like there's all kinds of stuff that they give away. They gave us this like little like fun like light thingy. There's just gifts and stuff all the time. And just for like reference, as a nurse, like after like 5-10 years, I think I got like maybe like a meal in my cafeteria, which sucked. So you're appreciated here and you're treated really well, like really well. Okay. So let's talk income really simply. If you were to join tomorrow, and let's say you're looking for Christmas cash or to pay off a credit card or save or whatever, if you enroll and you help 10 people enroll as coaches or preferred customers the same way that you would sign up with a total solution pack, you're going to earn about $50 per person. You could earn more. This is one of those hypotheticals that I mentioned in the beginning. Some of the commissions are 40, some are 50, some are 90. Just using 50 is kind of like a ballpark hypothetical. So you add those all up, and then there's like another piece of the compensation plan that if you enroll 5 people in a 5-week period, they give you an extra $100. So if you do that twice, 10 people, there's your $700. Now, this is just like skimming the surface of what's possible, because I'm only talking about this. I'm not talking about any of these things yet. So you obviously could earn a lot more than that. This is just like square one basics, right? Very simple. So if you are willing to work hard, be open-minded, be coachable, take advice. And what do I mean by that? If you join and you're like, I want to earn that $700, but if you refuse to post on social media, there might be some difficulty there. Or if you're like, I want to earn blah, 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 but you don't want to talk to people, right? Like there's going to be a little bit of a roadblock. So you have to be coachable. We're here, and there's so many amazing leaders on this team, and we all help one another. We all work together. And like, I know that like if I'm sick or if I'm traveling, like somebody's got my back. We all help one another. But we all want you to succeed. We don't want you to look silly. We don't want you to say anything that's spammy or gross, right? Like we're going to help you, and we're going to make sure that you're stepping outside of your comfort zone, but you're comfortable, right? And that you feel good about the work that you're doing. But big dreams, big scary dreams, you can do this. And Project You, imagine where you can be if you chose to make yourself a priority, focusing on your mindset, your health, and your fitness. Like, what is the best case scenario, even for getting coaching and just doing that? Like the person that you can be, the wife you can be, the friend you can be, the mom you can be. Like it real, like sky is it isn't even the limit. It's just a new viewpoint, and you're going to feel so much better when you're working on yourself on a regular basis. Okay, so how do we support you when you get started? So every week we do a team call like this. Oftentimes I'm collaborating with my coach and his wife, and we get together as a big team and we do different topics. We have guest speakers. There's corporate trainings. Everything is recorded too. So if your, kiddo's bedtime is this, you work this, it's okay. I find myself often catching up on calls when I'm getting ready for the day or when I'm folding laundry, just because I can't be everywhere all of the time. I personally like to do a lot of one-on-one. So I like to just have relationships with people and talk back and forth. I find that a lot of coaches in the beginning struggle with conversations like, what would you say to this? How do I answer this? This person said this. And I really like to just get in there and help, and send you either a voice note, get on a call, or type in what I would do or what you could do, or just making you think a little bit differently. I certainly could drop you into a training, and we have those too, but I find that having a relationship and actually communicating back and forth is a lot more effective. And honestly, I think one of the biggest perks of all in this business is just having friends, meeting people, and just the relationships that evolve over time with this. And then we have a website, a back office. So another cool thing, like you're not doing inventory, you're not shipping anything. Like we have an entire website that literally does everything. If you're sending an enrollment, you just put the stuff in, it sends off, they take care of the rest, right? What was I going to say? I had a thought and it literally just ripped out of my skull. We do have like amazing training though through corporate. They do calls for us. They do trainings for us. They have resources for us. And like, if you would imagine if like, let's just say you were getting a new job in a hospital as a nurse or in a new school system as a teacher, you would probably have like an orientation day or like a human resource day. We have all of that just to get acclimated with like the terminology and the stuff and all that kind of stuff. So it's very simple. It's very feasible. It's very doable regardless of how busy you are. And I honestly think busy people tend to do a lot better. But so what's now? What is now next steps? So you're going to reach out to the person that invited you, ask questions. Seriously, I feel like I always have questions even now. We're all an open book, so please ask. Hopefully you're getting enrolled, so we'll help you pick out the total solution pack that's the best fit for you. Currently right now in November, everything is on sale, which is amazing. So our packs, if you're not a member, start around $140. And if you're literally getting like the shabam everything, they can go up to like a little over $300, depending on what you're looking to get, what platforms, what subscriptions, blah, blah, blah. Your coach will send an email enrollment. You'll get into our group. You'll start working on you. And then depending on what your goals are for the business, what you're looking to achieve, and the work that you're willing to put in, we will help you do that step by step. Does anybody have any questions? Let me stop my share. This is always the awkward part of like every call. You just stare at each other. All right, so it's late. Doesn't seem like anybody has anything. Like I mentioned, you guys, if you're watching this now or watching the recording, please ask questions. We have a new group actually starting on November 8th. I forgot to mention that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have a group on Facebook, and then we'll have a group on through like our subscription. It's off of social media and private that way. So this really is a great time to get started as a coach, because we have a group literally starting soon. And also I feel like this time of year is the best time of year to get started. I know that somebody might think like, well, wouldn't January be better? And I don't, because I think coming in January and like all of a sudden, like you're just like the New Year resolution person who's trying to sell something. I don't know. I think when you come in serious in November, December, and you're like, I have these goals, this is what I'm committing to, like screw New Year's resolutions in January, I'm here and I'm making a difference now. You get to build trust, build credibility, you learn the ropes. And then as everyone else starts to think about their health and fitness and prioritizing themselves as the new year hits, you're the person that everybody's going to want to go to. Right? So starting now is perfect. And we actually have a new program launch coming out in December, technically for coaches. And that's going to be a 4-week program, 20 minutes a day. It's going to be freaking amazing. The workouts are so effective. So we have a lot of things in the work that really just make coaching a lot more fun. So reach out, let us know how we can help. And I hope you guys have an amazing night. See you guys soon. Take care.